Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video we're gonna set up our player, and not only that, but you're gonna put some controls on it and move them around. So with that said, let's code this. Alright, so let's get started. And like I said before, you're gonna make a Windjammers clone. So here's in the file, and we're gonna name combat disk .asm. This represents our assembler file over here. So finish that, and then I'm just gonna come here and copy and paste all this file over here. Alright, you can go over in my previous video and check what this does. But let's go quickly, really fast, if people were coming here for the first time. Here tell this, some people call it a macro or instruction or pseudo ops. So this is our pseudo op, so I'm gonna call that, and that's a 6502. So tells which assembler, which processor we're gonna use. Here's the 6502. We're using the Desmond assembler, which has multiple processors. So this one tells us the specific one we want to use. And here we're including this file VCS in a macro. VCS is where all the registers are. Right over here, all the registers, and macros are macros. Something you can use later. Here's our segmentation and orientation. That's going to place the code right over here. And as soon as you put F000, that's the standard non-bank switch single file cartridge. So we either have 2K or 8K memory. Here's our reset. When you reset the game, if you push down the reset button on the Atari 2700, it's going to come up right over here. Here's the reset values that I put. Start a frame, that's the main focus. Think of it as our main function, if you will. Here's your load v blank with 0. Here you load the wsync vertical sync. Here's the 3 vertical sync line. Since we started over here, just telling the frame, telling the TV that a frame is coming. Here load FreeSync to off. There's no need for it anymore. Here's a vertical blank. There's a space that's nothing is drawn. Here's our display picture right over here, 192 lines. Vertical blank again. And then it's overscan where nothing is drawn. Then start a frame, go back to your main frame, if you will. And here's our switch, the reset button, like right over here. As soon as you press the reset on your Atari, it's gonna come right over here. Again, I went through over this a lot of times, and let's just start coding. So the first thing that I want to do is I know that if I'm gonna have a character that move, I'm gonna need some variables. So initialize variables, and our RAM start at 80, so right over here. And now let's put player 0. I can either do pause and put ds.w, so word 1. Then I could use pause and then plus 1. So this will be x and this will be y. Or I could put like pause, like over here, 1, and give it either x or y, whatever you feel it makes more sense for you. I could put player 0 position, pause, like I said. So whatever you feel most comfortable with. I think should I just put x and y, so just to differentiate. I can always change it. So let's come over here and let's have our divide by 15 loop, which is on my find position video. We can go over it. So here's our position object. Let's abbreviate. We'll put pause object, abbreviate a little bit. Here's our label, and let me give it a little space over here for the start of frame. So our our carry. This is going to be used for a divide loop. Give me a new frame. Here's your divide by 15 loop. Divide, let's see, div loop. Abbreviate one more time. Subtract by 15, that's where our loop starts. All division is subtraction by its actual number. Branch where the carry is set by div loop. And then let's put our exclusive or value 7. Then you have four shifts, algorithmic block shifts. Then restore the value. This is the whole, give me the whole memory address, X. And this is the DASM specific pseudo op, if you will, X. And then we return from subroutine. Here it is, our first code. Now let's comment this. This will move our sprite to the desired location. And something keep in mind, the accumulator, just call it A, is equal to destination, and X is equal to the sprite you want to move. So desired sprite, I'll put desired sprite, and this X is gonna be, so as you see it says reset player 0. So if I want to player 1, just add 1 to the X, and that's how it works. So let me just assemble, see if there's no errors. Oh, there's an error over here. Unsolved symbol HM. Let me come over here. Where is this? There it is. I miss. Alright, so assemble, so it's working fine. It's giving this error because it puts this return for subroutine over here, I'm imagining. So if I were to assemble, there it is. So let me put this back in. So let me just make it prettier. And put something like this. So just to know, this is the, there it is, this is our move sprite, if you will. Alright, so we got that part out. Let's come over here and do the decrement method. Some people call it kernel. Let me call it, I like to call it main. So let's call it main. 192. All of these values is the NTSC, this 37, 192, and 130. If you want to do the PAL values, you can always go to the style manual, and you have there the other values. You want to change it to the PAL, which is the European Standard Video Display back way back then. So let's just, but I'm using the NTSC, which is the United States and North America main display values. So here is the main. So let's load a value over here. Let's load Y for 192. Here's your wsync. I'm gonna keep that. Oh, STA, gonna keep that. So we're gonna decrement Y. Oh, excuse me. Decrement Y. Branch. Let's make branch on plus 2 main. Let me just assemble, see if you, 192. Branch Y is not equal 0. 2 main. Okay, let me check this out. Alright, since this video is gonna be quite long, if there's something I don't like, I'm just gonna stop the video and just go over it. I was having some concerns why this is screen was tearing apart, and just because I forgot to, once again, even though I mentioned it, to comment this out over here. So let me just comment this out, and here it is, working fine. And like I said, this is gonna happen quite a while, so just gonna be a few edits here and there, since it is gonna be a long video. So just to remind myself to do remove comment later. So let's keep that at that. So here I have my values over here, and let's define some constants over here. Define constants. So you're gonna need it. And the first thing I want to define is going to be a. Let me just bring in my draw tool really fast. And I want to, for example, if this is our display picture, I want to draw, for example, if this is, since it's going to be a Windjammers clone, here's the chord. I'm thinking of just, I'm going to do the 2-line kernel over here. And this we can do something else to make it a little bit more fancy. So the 2-line kernel is going to be just drawn over here, and here we can do inside this orange square, it's going to be our chord, and this red is going to be something else. So that's the plan. So let me minimize this. So let's call it chord size. Chord size. And I'm not really sure. I know it's 192, so let's just start with 70. So let's keep it at that for now. And like I said, I'm gonna do the 2-line kernel over here. So before that, let me just come over here and do some data that we need to start right over here. So first you need a player, since player 0 and 1 is gonna use the same thing. Let's play player sprite, if you will, and let's put dot by. Make sure you give some space. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Let's copy this 3 times. It's good. 2 3 4 3 4, something like that. So now we have this this square floating around. So it's gonna be our player. We're gonna change it later, just to something to have to display with. So call it player height. It's gonna be equals the exact location we are right now minus this sprays player over here. Player sprite, my bad. So here it is. You can either put the dot or the times symbol over here. All works fine. And now let's go over here, and let's do this. Actually, let's say over here instead of says chord over here instead of main. Let's not do capital. Capital is going to reserve for constants. Chord, and load y with chord size. So let me just assemble, see if nothing's. There it is. So that's what 70 looks like. Alright, so now let's continue. And let me just change this to variables. And change this to code. Okay. And let's change the chord size to 60. And 60 actually is going to be 120. Because if I assemble here, That's the size I was playing around, and I like this one. However, two-line kernel is going to be twice its size, so size equals, excuse me, itself times 2 times 2. Size equals size times 2. Alright, and let's put here screen size 2, which is 192. I'm going to do this over here. Okay. So you got that part on. Let's remove this part over here. I thought about it earlier, and let's just copy this and put it right over here underneath our code section. Let me fix this over here like this. Okay, got that part on. So let me comment over here. Player 0 position. And I'm just copy and paste and be player 1. Copy, place. This is player 1 position. We know we're gonna need 2 players. Actually, let me assemble this if it works. Okay, everything's working. And another thing I want to do is just remove this repeats and repeat ends. Let's actually use this our loop methods over here. So remove that. Hold Y. I know this is the vertical sync. Vertical sync. Decrement Y. Vertical sync. Same thing over here. Y. Let's call it vertical blank. Decrement Y. Branch Y not equals 0. Vertical blank. And here is our overscan. So load Y, overscan, same thing. There it is. Symbol, see no errors, perfect. And let me change it to screen size, just to screen size. Alright, so now we have all that set up, and let's come over here and give some more variables for our two-line kernel. So first you're gonna need our your draw area. So let's play for both player 0 and 1, player 0 draw. Oh, draw area. So P0 draw area? No, just draw. So DS1, just put players draws. Player draws. And copy player 1 draw. So we got that set up, and now we're gonna need some pointers. So player pointers. Player pointers. So P0 pointer, P1 pointer, ds.w. We actually want a whole word since it takes actually 2 bytes as the size of the address. And the exact same over here. Now let's pretty it up. I think it aligned perfectly. Actually, you here. Okay, we got that part set up, so let's come over here, and for now let's just do this. And now let's set up our two-line kernel. Two-line kernel. Not initialize that. I guess two-line kernel data. So our data that we need to set up over here. So first is the user player draw or player. What's it? Player 0 draw data. Let me separate this. So we're gonna let you load a actually just gonna put this 192 for now. So the part of this video is just to just put it over here 60 to remind me to have the player just move on the screen. So let's just skip that for now. We'll change it later during the video. So just remember to set it to 60. Okay. Actually, instead of remember, let's put to do. To do. Okay, where was I? Right over here. And you're gonna put our set of screen size. We're gonna put our chord size over here. Okay, no. Chord size, here it is. Chord size plus player height. And if you need a refresher, you can always go back to my video on the two-line kernel. So here's my sec. Subtract, since it's player 0, player 0x, and then store that to player draw, player 0 draw. So that's part 1. There's part 2, which is the player 0 pointer. I'm gonna have to set that up, and we're gonna do load a. Oh, it's a pointer, so first you need to set the high and low bind. So here it is. So you're gonna do the, what did I call it? Player sprite. So okay, player. Is it all capital? Yep. So let me come back over here if I can. Player sprite plus player height minus 1. There's sec over here. Subtract player 0 y, and then store that to our player pointer. BTR. We got that set up. It's perfect. And now we're gonna do the other so it's high byte and low byte. It's exactly the same as this. I know I didn't copy and paste, except this one's the low byte. So it's gonna carry with 0 and store that to player 0 plus 1 plus 1. So that's all set for our player over here. So let's do the same, copy and paste for player 1. So player 1, same thing. here, just replacing the 0 with 1s for now. Okay, so let me double check here. So, oh, mistake over here. Supposed to be Y. Y. All right. Plus 1. Okay, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Alright, this should be all set. Let me see if there's any errors. There isn't. So now let's just go back over here. Where are we? I'm gonna go back to quart size and let's set up our 2-line kernel. Hey guys, just finished the video. Here's all the material that we went over, and we accomplished our goals to have the players 0 and 1 moving around the screen. However, looking at the time, we're well over the 30 minutes. I think we're 30, 35, 40 minutes plus. Since that's a little bit too big for a video, I decided to split into part 1 and part 2. So 2 videos, 2 parts. And this is pretty much the end of part 1. So thanks for watching, and stick around for part 2.